Today I'm going to teach you how to make a herb garden. Now to do this, what you're going to need is some empty bottles. You'll need a cutting knife, mounting tape, PVA glue, and a cardboard box, as well as some plastic or bin bags just to line the box. Now, so to begin, what we first need to do is we need to empty our bottles, dry them out, and then we want to take our cutting knife and remove the tops. So I'm going probably just about halfway up here. You can choose how high or low you want to go depending on how big the plants are, but I'm going about halfway. So just use the standing knife, cutting around the middle, and that's it. There you have your pot for your herb garden. Now, it is important as a safety note, cutting knives are extremely sharp, therefore if you are intending on using one, make sure you have an adult present so that they can supervise. So now you need to go ahead and cut up the rest of your bottles, and that will make the pots for your garden. Now the next step is we need to make the bed for our garden. So to do that, I'm going to use the cardboard box. So all we need to do, so taking the cutting knife, we are simply, for this one, I'm just going to cut along the line here. I feel that's enough depth for mine. You can create yours as deep as you like. So just using the cutting knife carefully, start our cut, and we're just going to cut along the base like this. Cut the final side completely. And there you are. We now have the base to our garden bed. So the next step is now to waterproof the garden bed, because obviously the cardboard will absorb any water that comes into it. Also, the next step is going to be cut some drainage holes into our pots. So it is important to make sure this is waterproof just to maintain the structural integrity. So how are we going to do this? We're going to use the garbage bags, and we're going to use them to line the walls as well as the inside of our box and the base. So to do that, just get your PVA glue. Now just so you can see how to do, I'm doing this, I'm just going to line the outside of the box in the corners and then quickly go through the middle. And make sure you got the walls so that you have sealed the walls as well, and glue the top of the plastic bag as you fold over the sides just to make sure that seal is sufficient. So now we just take our bags. Now if you're not going to cut these and you're going to leave them double-sided, probably good idea, put some mounting tape, which is double-sided adhesive tape, in the middle of the bag, 2 strips down the middle, and that way it'll make it a single thick piece which you can then just place straight into your box and use to line. Now to save some time, I have created one earlier. So this is the base of our box, and it is just simply covered in material, and that is all the way around and the inside. So the next step now is to go back to our pots. Now to do the next part, you're going to take your cutting knife again, and you're simply going to puncture some holes into the base, and this is just to allow the water to drain out so that you don't flood your pot plants and so that they can grow healthy. So do that to all your bottles, and that will cover that next step. The next step now requires you to place the pots into the box. Now, so to do this, I have 9 bottles on this side, and I've just placed a bigger one on this side just for some bigger plants, and that's just how I'd like them arranged. So now to mount these pots into our box, what we're going to do is we're going to use our mounting tape, obviously. So to cut the mounting tape, one side is adhesive already, the other side's covered with a blue strip. What you want to do is just take the cutting knife, and using the cutting knife, you just want to make a cut down there, and that'll leave you with your strip. Now once you have your strip, you do need to remove the blue film, and that'll leave both sides sticky. Now, important point to make here is to make sure you do not cover the holes, and that way the drainage is not blocked. So I've got my holes placed around, 2 or 3 holes for each container is probably preferred. And now that we have our holes, we just place that firmly into the container, and we'll repeat that process for the rest of these containers until they're all in place. Now the only thing left to do is to quickly go out and fill these containers with dirt, and we have our garden. So I'm quickly going to go do that now. Now that we have our containers filled with dirt, we are ready to plant our plants. Now, for the purposes of this video, I have planted some mint plants into some of the pots, just to show how this may look when ready and done. Now, our plants are ready to go outside, and they're ready to grow. And that is how you make a herb garden using plastic bottles, a cardboard box, and some garbage bags. Thank you for watching.